Okay, fifth graders, this is very similar to what we were working on in class today. Make sure you have a calculator with you because you're probably going to want it. It's going to help you out a little bit. First thing we need to do is find common denominators. And when I'm looking at this one, I think our common denominator will likely be 44. Because if I do my big baked potatoes like we talked about, or my Venn diagram, I can see that 44 would be in the middle. So if I multiply 22 by 2, I will get 44. And that tells me now what I need to put on top, because the bottom and top need to be the same. So if these two are the same, I'm ready to go. 15 times 2 is 30. 4 times 11 will equal to 44. So now I need to do the same on the top. 3 times 11 is 33. Now I'm ready to add down. 30 plus 33 will equal 63 out of 44. It's kind of a strange number, and I need to do some regrouping because you'll notice the top number is bigger than the bottom number, so that's called an improper fraction. This is as if I had a pizza cut into 44 pieces and I ate 63, so I ate more than one whole pizza. So let's take 44 out, and we'll call that one whole. And then we have to figure out what's left after we take 44 out. Grab your calculator here. 63 minus 44 leaves us with 19 left over. 1 and 19/44. This one, our common denominator will be 40. So we're going to find equivalent fractions. And 10 times 4 is 40. So let's do the same to the top. 9 times 4 is 36. 4 times 10 is 40. And we need to do the same to the top. 3 times 10 is 30. Now I can just add straight down because we have the same denominator of 40. 30 plus 36 will equal 66. And we're stuck with that same problem where we've got that improper fraction. So let's take out one whole. Remember, our denominator is 40, so if we have 40 over 40, that's one whole. Let's subtract 40 from the top now and see what we've got left. Grab your calculator if you want to. 66 minus 40 is going to leave us with 26 over 40. This is one that can be reduced, so let's go ahead and divide it now by 2 over 2 because they're both even. And if I do that, I get 13 over 20. And I'm going to put my whole number right next to it. So we just reduced it, made it smaller and easier to look at. 1/4 and 5/6 are equivalent fraction. Let's go with 12 for a common denominator, or an equivalent fraction. And 4 times 3 is 12. And 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10. So we've got that common denominator of 12. We just add our numerators. 10 plus 3 is 13. And I can take one whole out. 12 over 12 is the same as one whole, but it leaves me with one left. 1 and 1/12 on that one. Common denominator here. I'm thinking 18, can't do. Double it, 36, doesn't work so well. Triple it, and I get 72. Let's go with 72, that's a nice one. And that was times 4. Let me just double check on my calculator here. 18 times 4, I don't know my 18s facts very well, is 72. So we'll multiply the top then by 4, and we'll get 20 70-seconds. And then let's do this. 8 times 9 is 72, and 7 times 9 is 63. So we can just add. We get our common denominator of 72, and 63 plus 20. 63, 73, 83. Let's take out one whole. 72 over 72 is one whole, so we'll subtract 72 up here. 83 minus 72 leaves us with a remainder of 11 over 72. What a funny looking number on that one. I'm going to just fold this down for now. This one, let's make 30 our common denominator, because I know 15 times 2 will be 30, and since this is a 10, anything that ends in 0 should work well. And we'll multiply this by 3 over 3, and this by 2 over 2. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 2 is 16. We've got our common denominator, 30. Let's add our numerators. 21 plus 16 is 37. If I take 30 out of 30 out, I get 1 whole plus 7 left over. So 1 and 7/30ths for that one. A common denominator here I think would be 24. And 12 times 2 will be 24. 5 times 2 would be 10. So those are equivalent. And 8 times 3 is 24, so 5 times 3 is 15. So I've got my denominator of 24. Let's add our numerators, and I get 25. If I take 1 whole out, 24 24ths, I get 1 whole plus 1 left over, 1 and 1/24. With 21, let's see, if I double it, I get 42. I know a 42 fact with 6. So let's double this. Get our denominator of 42. And 5 times 2 is 10. And 6 times 7 here is 42. And 5 times 7 is 35. So we've got our equivalent fractions now. We can just add straight down. Get our denominator of 42. Add our numerators. 35 plus 10 is 45. We can take out 1 whole number, and when we do 42 out of 42, we get 3 left over. 1 and 3/42. Another strange looking fraction. And our last one today, let's go with 45. I'm counting up by 15s. 15, 30, 45. That was by 3s. And 2 times 3 would be 6. And I know 9 times 5 is 45. So if I do that for the denominator, I need to do the same for the numerator. 8 times 5 is 40. So when I add up my denominators, I keep 45, and my numerators would be 46. When I reduce it, I can take out 45 45ths to get 1 whole, and then I get 1 left. 1 and 1/45. That's it. Thanks for working with me today.